Hi everybody, it's Detroit Allycat. Oh, thank you. That was my associate. We call him Mr. Moo, Smokey. You are on day 2 of what I have no idea I'm doing. Day 2 of me videotaping everything I do as I do it, 30 days of videos. So I do have a lot of work today. It's gonna be a really rough day. And I was like, I don't wanna videotape the same thing I did yesterday. So I'm gonna show you what I'm doing today because it's a little bit different. We actually have events today and I am making some living art. But I also thought, you know what? I have never really talked about some of my dark stuff and why I'm interested in true crime and why I rescue animals and why I do what I do and the drive behind it. And I'm going to talk about how I was homeless at 14 and 15 years old. So it's going to be kind of dark. I feel like today is going to be a very stressful day for me. So I might as well talk about dark things that I've never talked about before. And I just want to give a warning. This might not be completely a lighthearted video. I'm not going to dive too heavy. Moo, come out of that room. He likes to go. I have a room back there and he likes to go, and he's an abuse. He was a rescued husky, so he has quirks. We're going to call him quirks, where he likes to pee on everything. And there's a reason why. And I work with it. But anyway, if you don't have a hard time listening about dark topics and you want to watch me work at the same time, then let's get spooky. All right. So for those of you that don't know, my name's Detroit Allycat. I do paranormal. I do unboxings. I do true crime. I do a whole array of things. But I'm going to just be doing this for the next 30 days. Hey, no, I'm gonna do true crime too, and we're gonna do a podcast. Moo, get away from the kitty litter. Yes, I have kitty litter down here. I am in my work area. It's in the basement, and Moo likes to come down here because huskies love the cold air, and he likes to work with me, and he likes to get away from the other dogs to decompress. And if you see the sign behind me, this is Chaos, which was my nickname back in the day, and I ran a company called Chaos. One day I'll tell you about that, maybe in this 30 days. But what I am gonna tell you about, can you sit down, sir? Come on. Is me being homeless right now. I'm gonna do these videos in 5-minute increments because they're kind of dark. And I don't wanna get caught up in the darkness. Okay, so let's start first. Everybody always asks me, why do you work the way you do? Because I'm a workaholic. And why do you push, and why is your drive so hard? And why do you do true crime? And why do you rescue these animals? And why do you have a bleeding heart? And it's all connected to what happened to me as a young adult and teenager. And first off, I would just like to say the reason I rescue dogs is because I feel like they need a voice, or animals in general, they need a voice and they don't have one, and they can't plead and ask for help, and they're so pure. And I want to let you know right now, you have been conditioned to not listen to people's traumas. You have been conditioned not to disclose your trauma. You've been conditioned to hide it. It's an inconvenience for other people to hear. It's an inconvenience for you to admit. You will be shamed if you talk about it. And that is why I have never talked about what I'm about to talk about today. And you will even catch yourself sitting there listening to someone talk about their horrible life and the things that happened to them, and you roll your eyes at them and you'll be like, oh, they're so dramatic. Listen, I'm not going to say it's not your fault, because it is your fault, kind of, but at the same time, you've been conditioned to be this person. This is how society is. We don't want to listen to people, especially people that look like they have it together and their life looks good from the outside looking in, and because of that, I have had to carry a lot of baggage. So I'm at the 5-minute mark, but I'm going to go to 6. I don't talk to my parents. My father is dead, and my mother and me are estranged. My father died, I can't even remember, around 2022, 2021 of COVID. And I had always believed that repressed memories were not real. That's so wrong, so wrong. When my father died, the doors of what I could not remember flooded in. All these things that I did not want to remember came just charging in. And I had always knew that I couldn't remember my past. I knew that I couldn't like figure out what happened to me. Like, I just didn't have normal memories as a child. And I also knew that every time my friends or people I knew would post pictures of their family, their moms, their dads, their grandparents, I would get mad at them. That's a weird reaction, right? I would get mad, jealous, angry. I gotta make sure I don't cover up the speaker, because I notice sometimes that you can't hear. We're at 6:25, so I gotta do some work, and I'll tell you some more. The next thing I think will be, yeah, we're gonna talk about how I got pushed out of a moving car, because that was like a pivotal moment in my life. All right, okay, let's do some work, and I'll see you in a minute. Oh, hey, okay, I'm outside. I have to make navy blue flowers. My bride wants navy blue. We can't get navy blue anywhere, so we're gonna make some navy blue. All right, I'm gonna spray paint it. My husband said that I shouldn't be giving people the trade secrets. But if you need to know that I spray paint things, or people spray paint things, and that's my trade secret, this is not a trade secret. You know what I'm saying? I kind of feel like it's me and you working today, right? Back in the day, I used to be a manager of a nightclub called Labyrinth. Some of you from Michigan probably heard of it. What the hell? All right, let's see if this works. Oh, it's got a lock on it. Anyway, they used to come up in there with these spray paints and tag shit. And I used to think that they were so talented, for real. I know that it's annoying to clean it up, but some of the things these tag artists do are amazing. Like, have you ever seen a train go by and you see all this amazing artwork? All right, let's spray paint. I cannot believe I'm doing this. And you know what's crazy is this client is a budget client. I mean, everybody is a budget, but like she got me to have a bleeding heart for her, but I would have charged way more if I would have known there was so much customization. All right, I'm gonna be out here for a hot minute, and you don't want to watch that. But I will say that our theme of the day is to drink water, because I do not drink water. And when your cortisol levels are flowing like mine are, which is not a good thing, you need to keep hydrated. And fun fact, I am 49 years old, and I try to take care of myself, like legit face care, all that stuff. But like, all right, I gotta go do this. Hey, it's me. All right, I was outside. I got spray paint all over the phone and me, apparently. which I guess fine. Okay, story time while I cool down. I'm gonna sit this way so you don't see. I'm in the basement's a mess because I've been working. You work, it's a mess, you know? All right, so let's talk about how it started, how I became homeless. I can't even see. I'm sweaty. That's okay. One of the pivotal moments of my life was when my dad pushed me out of a moving car. So I had a lot of problems. I guess I was a runaway, and my parents always like ingrained in me that I was a bad kid and that I did bad things. And I did do things that I shouldn't have. I mean, normal things, but like mostly I did these things because like I didn't want to be at home, and they didn't want me to be at home. So like my whole life, let's talk about this before we jump into the car situation. My mother, I truly believe, is a narcissist. And I'm sorry, Suzanne, if you see this, it is what it is. Yeah, I said her name, whatever. So, she, I believe, was jealous of me. My mom's a little heavier, and I just think she was jealous of me. And so I feel like personally she pressured my father to abuse me because she couldn't do it because she's a tiny, large woman, if that makes sense. Petite and large. And she wasn't strong enough to beat me, even though she did do some things. But I don't remember what the argument was, but me and my father started arguing. I think I was like 14 years old, and we were by my friend Heather's house. I'm sorry, Heather, if you don't want me to mention your name. And he said something to me, and I remember I turned around and like kind of stood up to him because that took a lot for me to do. And I was like, pull over so I can get out of the car, pull over. And I kind of opened the door and I was like, just pull over. And we were going about 30 miles an hour, I think, maybe a little less than that. I don't know if I could have survived if it was that high. And I opened it, and I swear to God, my father, I'm laughing, right? But like my father pushed me out. And when he drove away, I sat there on the side of the road looking around to see if anybody saw. And I was like, I was in shock. I was like, I can't believe that just happened to me. Like, that only happens to people in like adventure movies. I don't know. And so I went to my friend Heather's house, and her family didn't like me because like everybody else's parent, like all the parents thought that I was a horrible kid. They just didn't realize that I was being abused, even though they should have like kind of cued in on the fact that I never went home. But Heather's family didn't want me to stay the night because I was a bad influence on her. And Heather fought like hell for me to stay over there. Like hell. I heard her screaming, and she comes out crying, and she's like, you can't stay. And I had to go to the park across the street, and I smoked. I was like 14 or 15, and I smoked. I think I started smoking at like 12 or 13. And that's the thing, when you're an abused kid, that happens. And I was so cold that night that I took my pack of cigarettes that I had, and I lit them on fire to stay warm. Not the cigarettes themselves, but the actual cart, because I had smoked all the cigarettes. And then down the street there was a church, and I tried to break into the church. I'm sorry, I did. I had nowhere to go. I thought, the church is going to be open somewhere, and just kept trying to get in. And I remember I had to walk all the way home to my parents' house because I had nowhere to go. And it was like 2 or 3 miles away, and I begged them to let me in, and they did not. So I was up on 8 Mile, and if you live in Detroit, you know where 8 Mile is, on the east side. And one of my friends, sorta friend, picked me up, and I do believe, I can't see, so much is like jumbled. I ended up in a homeless adolescent shelter or something like that in deep downtown Detroit. And let me tell you about the stories the girls told in the middle of the night at like 1 a.m. I will never forget the trauma, the gross abuse stories that I have heard. And honestly, when they were telling me the stories, I was like, well, my life can't be that bad. I haven't had that happen. Little did I know that things had happened to me and I had somehow blocked them out of my head. I didn't know you could do that. You can do that. And everybody has their own stories, and no one, I wouldn't say, I can't explain it. Like, is anybody's worse than anybody else's? I don't know. I know I have a bad story. I know that my life is not average, but also not unheard of. People have stories like mine, and people have worse stories than mine. But I mean, see, this is where I'm gonna get upset. And I gotta work. And I'm gonna eat. But yeah, my heart is sad for the little girl that didn't have a normal family. I can't even imagine pushing my child out of a car. He pushed me out of a car. Not caring if I was gonna get hurt at all. Not gonna cry. All right, we're gonna work on these dresses and eat. Okay, so it's crunch time. I gotta make this dress. I got 2 other dresses and a whole lot of stuff going on. It's a lot. So just checking in. I'm working. This is what it looks like. It's a lot. I'm watching Oculus. I like to watch something that I have seen a bunch of times, so that way I won't stop working to watch it. It's nice to look up and see what's going on, and I'll know exactly where in the movie it is. I'm a little stressed out. I have like 2 hours to put this together and get the other stuff together, so T-minus 2 hours, guys. Okay, so I talked to the bride and she told me that I'm amazing and I killed it, but she wants me to cut the green off. And yeah, I almost started crying because like she's so nice, but she's very picky. And you guys will see what's gonna happen tomorrow. Now I have another wedding I'm supposed to work on right now, and then I think I'm gonna finish this story. I went to a really dark place with you guys, and I had to take a minute to think about that, but I'm gonna have a story time again next segment, okay? All right, bye. Okay, story time. I just want to say that, like, when I shared that story about my dad and the car, that really kind of took me to a very dark place. So I want to leave this a little bit more lighthearted and kind of finish the story. After I had spent some time in the homeless shelter for young girls, I ended up going home to home. I ended up going couch surfing, as you will. I guess I lived sort of on the streets. One of my friends let me stay in their basement, and I stayed there for a while. I was a chemical dealer. I don't know how to say it. You know what I mean, though. I'm just like THC. But yeah, that went on for a bit, and yeah, I was homeless for almost like 4 years. Like I went through some stuff really bad. And then I ended up meeting my first like real intense relationship, my first real boyfriend. And because I had been through so much mentally, physically, he ended up being extremely abusive, and that's a story for another day. I have scars all over my body for him. He ended up actually, I think, doing prison time for domestic violence, for beating one of his girlfriends. And he's on, like, you can look him up on the Michigan, like, felon prisoner site or whatever. What a jerk. I know where he lives because I don't want to ever be near him. And he is actually, I think he's all the way up at the tip of Michigan, which is great. Stay there. If you're watching this, stay away. Like, stay away. I don't, yeah. And that's why I want to be involved in true crime, and I rescue animals. And even in my company, like, I keep people around that have issues. I do. And I'm sorry if you're in my company and you're like, is she talking about me? Like, a lot of my people have been through some really horrible stuff, and I want to give a voice to the voiceless, and I want to, like, help people in any way that I can and bring attention to what happens to some people, because, like, what I've told you is just a tiny bit of what has happened to me. There are things that I probably will never be able to talk about to another living person, and it's hard because I feel that those people need someone to turn to. I am not going to talk about this anymore in my video, but I just want to say that if things have happened to you, it's not your fault. And if people make you feel ashamed that you have issues or you have trauma, listen to me. Find your people. There are people out there that will accept you for that. If someone's rolling their eyes at you when you're telling them all the things that have happened to you, those aren't your people. Those aren't your people. Or the people that wait for you to finish talking so they can talk. Also, not your people. Those people aren't necessarily bad, but they're just not quite there mentally, physically, spiritually. I don't know how to say it. Maybe that's okay for you. Maybe you want to guide them to the right light, but, like, I always try to listen to everyone around me, and I try to find out who they are, what they have inside. And yeah, that's why I like true crime. I just want to, like, help people. And it kind of makes me sad. Sometimes I, like, you know, you get, like, something wrong, like the city or something like that, and people on YouTube, like, they go hard, they, like, yell at you and stuff, and it makes me feel like, man, am I not worthy to do this? No, I am so worthy. I am so worthy. I have survived things. I have survived so much, and I feel like out of anybody that I know, I feel like this is my calling, is to be a voice. Okay, the next time you're gonna see me is at the event with these outfits. The blue ones tomorrow, the white ones today. And then, yeah, I'll say goodbye because I feel like this video is way longer than I thought it was gonna be. I hope you kind of enjoyed listening to a little bit of my life. I feel like it helps people. You know, I don't feel sorry for myself, and I don't want anyone to feel sorry for me. This is what has made me strong. This is what has made me have the drive to succeed, to be where I am. I went from being homeless to having a home. So if you're in that situation, you can do it too. I had to get my own home. I couldn't just move in with somebody, but I have a home now, and I have a family. And for the most part, I'm happy. Yeah, I put a lot of pressure on myself still, and I'm trying to learn how to not to do that because it's not good for you personally. Okay, I'll see you at the event with no tattoos showing. say hi. Hi, great. All right, so there's Morgan. Let me show you what kind of venue we have. Want me to speak? You look beautiful. Thank you. Can I get them? Like this speak? I just want to show a picture. Okay, so I am not done with the gig, but they're at the gig, but now I have to go to a client's house. I guess it's a castle, and do a meeting. But also another company came in and they were talking about some tea with other companies that I don't like, and it was very stressful, so I had to get out of there. I wanted to give you guys some more like video of it, but like I just felt like it was time for me to go. The team that I have there is solid and I don't have to worry about any weirdness, so I was like, I'm out of here. I'm just gonna let them deal with it. Also, like one of my old friends, I guess you would call her a friend, someone who really screwed me over, works for the company that was there, and I was just like, oh my god, if she shows up, like what am I gonna say to her? So I had to out the book. Oh, okay. But anyway, oh, I wasn't supposed to swear. I'm sorry. I'm tired. It's a day, you guys. It's really a crazy day. This is gonna be like a crazy video, isn't it? I wish I could make it more organized, but like, I suppose you're seeing that it's like already getting dark out. I'll say my goodbye video after I do the client's house. Maybe, hopefully, I'll be able to give you a picture of the client's house. It's gonna be some crazy mansion. I used to be like impressed and like shocked at that when it first started, but now I don't care. People are people, you know what I'm saying? And like, I don't know, some of them rich people really look down on people who don't have a lot of money, and it just, I don't have time for that. Like, first off, it's rude. Second off, like, get the hell out of my way so I can work and do what I gotta do. Man, I look so tired and out of it. All right, bye guys. I'll talk to you at the next point of origin. It's been fun having you with me. I hope you're enjoying this. Leave a comment if you are enjoying this, please. Oh, wow. This is so pretty. You guys did so good. Really?
Yes.
That was off the Harry Potter set?
He purchased it at an auction in California.
Shut
and
up. You guys are so crazy. This is so awesome. I love it.
Now it has like a lot of like...
Whew. I'm finally home. That client that I had to meet with, I put a video of their house. It's a castle. It's a castle. Anyway, I'm tired, guys. I have not had time to eat. I swore I would not go to a fast food place. I went to Wendy's. I got a chicken sandwich. I'm gonna freaking smash the ish out of it. I'm starving. I have another wedding tomorrow that I have to do, and I got so much more to talk to you about. I hope you enjoyed my video for today. Like, subscribe, leave a comment. Tell me you appreciate this. Because I'm tired. And if I can make it in YouTube, I can stop this. Because it's gotta stop. Alright. Stay safe. Stay spooky.